Hi Julia, how are you? Welcome to the video speaker interview for API Testing Summit on May 8th for Agile Testing Alliance. Thank you so much for accepting our speaker invite for the event. Would you please like to briefly
Hi.
introduce yourself? Hi Julia.
Hi, thank you for having me. I am Julia Pottinger. I'm currently training and development manager at Quality Works, where I help our consultants become updated in the latest testing technologies or techniques, as well as I speak at conferences like these to help share my knowledge to a broader audience, to help persons that may be interested in testing get into testing. And I also do that as well on my YouTube channel, Julia
Mhm.
Pottinger. If you go over on YouTube, you can find me there. And I do that as
Yes.
well through my blog.
Okay. So, has been your journey as a manager for training and development, specifically in testing?
It's been pretty interesting because there is a lot to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So finding out different ways that people learn and putting the material into those different ways. Some persons like to read, some persons like video, some persons like one-on-one trainings, other persons learn via workshops. So understanding all those different types of ways to learn and putting the material into dissectable pieces that are easily understood, it's something that I like doing because I like teaching. So it came a bit naturally for me. So
Mm-hmm.
it's been really interesting and exciting so far. And I'm looking forward to just continuing to grow in the space.
That's awesome. That's great, Julia. And so you have chosen a topic about API automation scenarios for the testing summit. Would you like to tell audience about it?
Sure. So in doing API automation, when I first started doing it, I was just testing positive scenarios. If I sent a request, I get back a 200, everything's fine, everything good. But there's so much more to testing APIs, and there's a lot of other scenarios that you should consider. For example, if I get forbidden, is that the correct status message that I should get back? What message am I getting back? If I do an update, do I have permissions to update that record? What about security? So there's a lot to consider when doing API automation. It's not just sending a request, getting back some data. Along with, if you create a user and then you go to update that user, is that user still there? For example. So there is a wide variety of scenarios that you can do API automation on. And in my talk, I'll be going through a few of these and giving you tips and techniques on how you select the different scenarios that you should be automating for your API.
Okay, that's great. That's a great insight. I'm sure audience will find your talk very helpful. And is there any tips you would like to give the testers out there who are into the world of API testing already or who are yet to enter the world of API testing?
Okay. Yeah, API testing is not daunting. It's something that you can go and learn and pick up. For example, when I first started, I found it to be a bit easier than doing UI automation, for example, because there are tools like Postman
Mm-hmm.
that has a user interface that you can select from a drop down, whether you're doing a GET request or a POST request. So there are tools that help you to make API testing easy. And because you don't have to be finding locators that may break, API automation becomes easier because you're just using, in essence, a URL to make a call to a specific endpoint. So don't be daunted by it. Come in, there are lots of tools, for example, Postman, if you're doing API using Java, there is Rest Assured. If
Mm-hmm.
you're doing Python, I think Test Automation University just released a course on API automation in Python. So there
Yes.
are a lot of resources here that can help you to learn about how to properly automate your APIs, and not just automate, but manually test them as well. Postman is good for that. You can create tests in Postman. For example, if you're getting back a particular response, then you can test for it. And API testing is really important. For example, the Google Map API is a big one that a lot of companies use for delivery services and rideshare. So imagine if that goes down, how many businesses are impacted. So APIs are far reaching, and we have to really immerse ourselves into it and ensure that we're testing for it properly.
Yep, I totally agree with you. So, all this and more, we will hear from you, Julia, on May 8th as we all join you for your talk with the Agile Testing Alliance API Testing Summit. Thank you so much for being with us. And thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you more and hearing you more on that day. Thanks, Julia.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Julia.